easier to do it like this than make like a tweet about it or something, but I saw a video of a young boy who's 9 years old crying to his mom. He had already tried to commit suicide twice because of bullying. And I remember not too long ago also reading an article about a 10-year-old boy who had committed suicide. And I found that so shocking that someone that young could have ended up in a place like that. And I think it just sort of made me stop and think about how, you know, when I'm sitting there and I'm watching this video of this mom talking to this young boy, to her son, and he's crying and sobbing about how he wants to kill himself, I think I would hope that, you know, the people who are bullying this kid, if they saw his reaction, it would stun them and hopefully hit their heart in such a way that they'd be like understanding the ramifications of their actions, obviously. And I think the way that we kind of talk about bullying, or at least when I grew up in school, having the, you know, no bullying, bully-free zone, don't be a bully, it's kind of like, I think that stuff's kind of bullshit, because no one even knows what that is. You can walk around being, you know, saying don't bully people, but what does that even really mean? And I don't think that translates. It's impactful when you show someone a video of a 9-year-old boy saying he wants to kill himself because he's being bullied. Like, that is something that hits your heart and makes you fired up to change and to want to be proactive about these kind of things. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, like, when I had health class in high school, we talked about, or even in middle school, we talked about physical health, we talked about puberty and everything, but we didn't not talk about at all mental health. And I think, I just can imagine if you put a compilation of videos of young kids reacting that way, and, you know, or articles about kids who end up turning to suicide, or it's so heartbreaking. That's the kind of thing we need to show young kids in schools. As much as it's awful to watch, that's the point, you know? You need to see with your eyes the effects that bullying has on these people. It is easy to walk around doing something when there's a fucking sign on the wall saying bully-free zone. That's not translating to anyone. That's not making an impact on any school environment, in my opinion. Maybe a little bit, but that is not going to prevent someone from emotionally tormenting young boys and girls or whomever. And I feel a little powerless, because what the hell am I gonna do about this situation? And, you know, it's not like I can manifest a new mental health program for schools, but I just think, it would be so important when there's, you know, anti-bullying assemblies or something like that. I remember we had some of those in middle school or something. You know, it's hard to see those kinds of things. It's hard to see those videos and the articles about people suffering, and that's what causes change. That's what makes people fired up to change. It's the hard stuff that you don't want to watch or see that causes people to react differently and to make a change in their behavior. And I just think I felt very motivated to say something about it and kind of just, I guess, get my train of thought out there, because it just felt so disturbing to me that a young kid could ever think about committing suicide. A 9-year-old boy, it's just kind of blows my mind. So I kind of feel like, you know, we need to stop with the whole don't be a bully signs in school. It needs to be a lot more than that, because it just seems to be happening so often. And I would hope that the people who are bullying this kid, you know, let's say if these girls were bullying this kid. If they could sit down and watch that video of him crying and saying that he wants to die, I would hope and pray that these girls or whomever would have the humanity within them to say, wow, this is what I'm doing every day is affecting someone this much, because I'm sure as hell if that kid ended up committing suicide, they would feel terrible and remorseful. And let's prevent that before that even gets to that point by putting this, I don't know, I guess just making people aware of how they're affecting someone before it's too late. And it just really made me really sad to see that about that young boy. So I just wanted to say that, I guess, because it really fired me up. But, yeah, I think this is something to talk about, and I hope more people do talk about it. Go to your principal, talk about it. I would if I still were in school, but anyways, something to think about.